Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Jenny Wangoi. I am so much excited to be shooting this video. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, I'm so excited to be shooting this specific video for my YouTube channel. It so much reminded me of the first video that I shot for my YouTube channel. The first video I shot for my YouTube was in the Leisure Getaway, and I shot it back in 2019, and that is why it really made me shoot this video today. Like, when I watched that video, I just see like how much I have grown from the person I was when I first shot that video up until right now. But when I shot my first YouTube video in 2019, I really had a lot of time in my schedule to like content create. Then that is what I thought at that time. But life really happened that year, and my resolution for that year in 2019 was to open a shop in town. But then I thought that it doesn't happen, it can happen in 2020. But in December the same year, I opened a shop in town. So this is what I mean, like from the first time that I shot the first YouTube video, so much growth has happened in my life. And as you guys can see from my YouTube title, it says why I have not been consistent in YouTube, why I quit YouTube, which is not really quitting, and what has really happened in my life, like a life update. So from the first time that I shot my first video back in 2019, I had just left employment from Linton's Beauty World in 2018. In 2019, I had decided that I'm going to do the most so that I can be my own boss or start up my own business. But at that time, I really did not think that it could happen. But Mungu na yeye ni nani, it really happened in 2019 December. On 4th of December in 2019, I opened my first shop in town. And what I'm gonna say in this video is that nothing really prepares you for the character development or the kanjo that you're gonna deal with, or the muhindi landlord that you're gonna deal with in Tao when you open your shop. So I opened my shop in December 2019, and there I am 24 years old, and with no experience, and I'm someone's boss. Like, oh my god, and I have to act like someone's boss. So I really had to learn on the job, and at that time I could not create content. And that is really the bottom line of what happened for me, not to be consistent. And every time that I felt that I want to get back to YouTube and be consistent, like something drastic could just happen, and I was just like, I cannot make this business fail because of other things that are happening in my life. And like, YouTube is a lot of work, YouTube is time consuming, and at that time I was the manager of everything in my shop. Fast forward 3 months later, not even 3 months, 2.5 months later, after I opened my shop in town, Corona happened. And after Corona happened, muhindi hataki kusikia, you have to pay rent. I never opened my shop for 3 months, but I still had to pay rent. So at that time, I know it was a convenient time for me to shoot content, but then I'm stressed. I'm like, do I close the shop? Do I tell the people that work for me to just go home and that we are closed? But then I'm like, I am not a quitter. So this time, instead of creating content for YouTube, I am going to go forward and push for this brand that I want to create, or for these employees, because of like people are feeding from something that I've created. Then I really have to work hard. Fast forward after the 3 months of me paying rent and everything, and me not creating content, and of me having raw footages and everything, we went back to work, to CBD. There I'm working everything. And then fast forward, I opened a second shop. During Corona, I opened another shop. Like, oh my god, like when think about it right now, I'm like crazy, right? So I opened a second shop, and I called my second shop Nails. So this was purely about nails, and this meant that I have more responsibilities, I have more employees, I have more bills to pay, because I have 2 shops in CBD that I have to pay rent for. So at that time, because YouTube was not generating any income to me, I really had to concentrate on this job, because I was doing everything. I could open the shop, like I'm doing marketing, I'm taking bookings, I am doing the sales, like I used to literally do everything. I remember when I opened my shop, I used to open the shop at 6:30 and I closed the shop at 11 p.m. And I'm the same person that will open the shop the following day. I have to take bookings. So even when I go home, I'm editing photos, I'm doing work. So I really did not have time for YouTube, but I really wanted to see what would happen if I don't give up on this project that I really had. Because on top of that, I wanted to prove to my parents that beauty, fashion, and makeup is something that can really be a career. So that is really something that I wanted to especially prove to my mom. Mother alikuwa anaulizwa na watu ushago, kwa hiyo what does she do in Nairobi on a DOA? Like I don't know what she does. I don't know, because she never understood what I used to do. So me having a shop in town and this shop succeeding was something that was so dear to my heart, and I wanted it to happen so that I can prove to my mom that is beauty and makeup is something that is a career, and it's something that I'm self-employed, and it's something that people are feeding from my mouth. Like it's something that I've established, and it's something that I've employed people, and these people depend on me, on my establishment to feed their families as well. And at the same time, if you have been to my shop manager at that time, or this guy that had a family, like some living family, but we were of the same age. Like me imagining that the kid would not go to school or the kid will sleep hungry because my business has failed is something that really made me wake up every day in the morning and go to work. So at that time, YouTube was not really a priority in my life, or rather I was not able to put it in, to balance it with my daily schedule. And then just when I thought that I would go back to YouTube, this college like employs me to be a lecturer in their school. Like it was such a privilege to be a lecturer in that school, in that college. I mean, it was such a privilege, and I couldn't believe that I got the opportunity. Yes, I applied, but at the time that I was applying for the job, like I really did not think that it would employ me. If you have seen me in person, then you already know like how petite I am. So me being a college lecturer was such another achievement in my life. And that happened then in 2020, still during Corona period. So it was sort of in 2021, that is when I became a lecturer. So you see, I have to do a lesson plan, I have to make tests for my students, I have to do some lesson plans, I have to be in school, I have to set exams. At the same time, I have to be a makeup artist, I have to be an employer, I have to go to board meetings. Like it's just a lot happening in my life. So at that time, I could not really shoot. As a matter of fact, I have raw content on my phone. It's just that it's not edited. And just to be honest with you guys, when I got this job at Nairobi Institute of Music and Performing Arts, I was super excited because it just felt like these people really believe in my art for me to like train their students. So I really had to give my all, and I was so proud of myself. Like I remember calling my parents saying, "Can you believe what? I am a college lecturer. Like I am a college lecturer." You guys should have seen like how I used to dress when I used to go to school. But anyway, fast forward, at the same time, I wanted to go back to school. And that is why I'm saying, like, from the first time when I shot my first YouTube video, like a lot of growth has happened. Like God has really been faithful. I have really been blessed, and I feel like this is something right now that I'm able to do. I feel like right now I can really balance YouTube and my normal life, my job and everything, because right now all I want to do is like do makeup and travel, because traveling, makeup, beauty and lifestyle is something that I'm really passionate about. But as well, when you have 5 employees that depend on you, you cannot afford to fail, because if you fail, you're also failing other people. You're not failing as one person. So at that time, YouTube was not a priority, but right now I am super excited to be back to it. And I'll really be documenting about beauty, me doing makeup, lifestyle, traveling. Like right now, I will really, for the next few months, I will really document about my travels to the US, which is where I am right. So guys, please, I hope this like really gives you enough reasons for you to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope we have fun while at it, and I hope that we grow together while at it. I hope that I inspire someone somewhere that it doesn't matter where you come from, because it gets me laughing when I hear people say that I am from Nairobi. Jeez, I am from Nyeri. Like, I'm such a village girl that decided to believe in herself and just venture into business in Nairobi. And here we are doing life in the US. Cheers